Hey, Leslie.
Hi, Jill. How are you?
Great. I'm great. What a beautiful day today here in Florida. How about you?
Yeah, our day is, let's see, we're at 84 degrees right now and sunny, which is 84 is good for here in Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah, definitely. So,
well, at least the sun is shining here, and I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Every day. So it's fun that we're getting ready to do another fun interview with one of our great teachers of the Art Connection Summit. So here we go.
Yes. So we are welcoming Patti Culea, and she was in California, and now she is in Texas. Welcome, Patti.
Hi. Great to be here in a nice, very warm day in the piney woods of East Texas.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, and you love living there, don't you?
Oh, we love it.
That's so great.
It's a small town, but
yeah,
we have Target and Walmart.
Wow. Yeah. Hey, I'm a big Target fan, so I'm like, if I have Target, I'm good to go. Yeah. Oh, I love it. It's wonderful. So, and so we're so excited that you're teaching with us again this year, and we had all talked, and your beading is so beautiful that we thought we should really highlight that as your class this year. So we'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of this interview, but I can't wait for everybody to see it because I think it's just gorgeous. So and the techniques too. So we'll discuss that a little bit more. So I thought where we would start is giving a little bit of your story behind your work. In other words, your art history.
Well, I know, Patti.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
It started when I was a child because I grew up in a really artistic family, both visual, musical, just the whole gamut. And one of my great uncles, worked for Walt Disney for a little over 20 years. And every time he would come back to the farm to visit us, I would sit on his lap and he would teach me how to draw. And my third grade teacher, and I think I mentioned this last year, said that I needed to have art classes because I would have drawings on all of my homework, in my textbooks, everywhere I could draw. There was something drawn on that page, so margins wherever. And so my mom and dad, there weren't any art schools. I grew up in a very small town, 1,600 people in part of Illinois, and there weren't any art schools in our immediate. The closest one was 25 miles away at the University of Illinois. And, But anyway, so there was a draw in magazines. You would see this, I think it was called the Art Institute. And you would send in a drawing, and then they would send you, oh, yes, you got talent, blah, blah, blah. And so I actually took that course for 5 years.
Wow.
And you would draw what they wanted you to draw. You'd send it in, and then with the tracing paper, they would make the corrections, and then you would draw that again and resubmit it. But it wasn't bad. It really wasn't. In person was much better, of course, because then in junior high we moved to Florida, in St. Petersburg area, and my ninth grade. The school I went to in ninth grade had a really good art program. So I continued on that. But I have to show you a couple of sketches that I did with my uncle when I was probably 8 or 9 years old. There we go.
There you go. Oh, that's great.
That was one that I did.
Yeah.
I would sit with my uncle and he would draw and then I would copy him. And so when I was really little, it was, of course, this you can kind of tell his era. That would have been more the 30s, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So So that
That's amazing that you've kept those all these years, Patti. What a nice memory to go back and
Yeah.
revisit those drawings.
very,
Well,
very
that was a great start to starting to make all your art, huh? That got you on your career, I guess.
Yeah.
yes, it did. And I know one of the things that, well, we'll talk about that later. Actually, I'm going to jump. I was jumping ahead. Don't want to. I really, I studied art in college. The college I went to only had 2 art classes. So I only went there for 2.5 years. And in between, actually, I went there for a 1.5 years, and then they wouldn't let me in. I was in the Bible Institute of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And they became the Biola College. And my second year, I had registered for the college, and that's where I was taking the art class. Well, they said I wasn't smart enough. I had to go back to the institute, so I dropped out, and that's when I became a stewardess for Bonanza.
Right.
And did portraits for people.
Yeah. Man, I love that. I love, I mean, there's so much history behind, everything that you do. And so when did you start making cloth dolls then? Or dolls, period?
When I grew up near Arcola, Illinois, where Johnny Gruelle lived, and the museum was there for Raggedy Ann and Andy. So I always got a Raggedy Ann or an Andy or one of the characters for Christmas. And so I loved cloth dolls. My grandmother would get us porcelain dolls too, or some of the more famous little vinyl dolls, Chatty Catty, Kathy, or whatever those were.
Yeah.
And when we got married, and had our first daughter, I thought, I need to start making dolls. So of course I did Raggedy Ann, then I did Holly Happy. But then I wanted something more dimensional. And in the craft magazines, I saw an ad for Diana Bombauer. And I loved that her dolls had more dimension. And so I bought all of her patterns. And I did all dolls for several years. And then I started developing my own, just drawing. And I took a class with Virginia Robertson at the Houston Quilt Festival. I think that was in 1988 or 89. And then she taught how to draw, how to make your own pattern.
Yeah.
So that really got me started in developing my own.
Well, that's great, Patti. And I know that you've been doing this for a long time, and we have a lot of beginner artists that are coming in, whether they're doing paper, clay, polymer, or cloth. Do you have any advice for these beginner artists that are trying to either work up on their own style or just trying to get started with doll making?
I would say if they're really beginning, there are some great patterns out there and books, and just work with that. And then I think when you're doing that, when you're sewing and making somebody else's pattern, you think, gee, I wonder if I did this. But you start tweaking things. You don't want to copy, but you kind of start tweaking, and then eventually you are going to develop your own style.
That's so true.
And just what I tell people, just keep experimenting. There's going to be a lot that are going to be in the trash bin, but eventually you're going to say, okay, this is pretty good.
Right. Yeah. Well, and I also feel like with beginners, and I think even people that have been making dolls for quite a while, is you get really focused in on like what you're doing, like right in front of you. And it's hard, if you can step back and look at your whole piece, it takes the stress level down,
It really does.
Yeah.
And even looking at it in the mirror to people, mirror imaging is really different than when you're actually looking at it in front of your face.
That's so true. Even taking pictures, when you take pictures, progress pictures, always spot something that you see at first.
Right.
And as you all know, I got a light box finally after all these years. And whoa, can you see some details with that thing?
Yes. It's great.
That's a good that's a handy tool to have. That's for sure.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know why I waited as long as I did. Oh well.
Well, and that's kind of our next section that we're jumping into is taking like a step into your studio, kind of see like how you work and get that idea. And so that was the first question. Adele, do you want to field that one?
Sure. You know, Patti, all of us like to work in our studio, and we have a favorite tool that we like, that we covet, and we don't want anybody to touch it. What is your favorite tool?
I'm trying to find it. I brought it in here. Here we go. This.
Oh, that is so good. Yeah.
Is my sketchbook, where I draw ideas, faces. I tell people draw a face every single day. I like to experiment with different mediums. I think this one is an ink, and yeah, just there's some good, there's some bad, but yeah, just this. I can't live without my sketchbooks, and I have several, and this is the more recent one. In fact, sometimes I will take this to, let me see if I can find, I didn't. I take this to Belgium because here we go. The Tale was 2017, so he would have been 8 then. So this is how he draw. Isn't that cute?
I love it. That's so fantastic.
He draws a figure, so he wanted me to draw one just like that.
Oh, that is great. I love that.
He is just so adorable. Yeah, and I encourage him too. Every time I go, we sit down and we draw nearly every day.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's like, for a great tool that you can take anywhere and do any time is, you're like a sketchbook, like what you're saying. And I love the fact that you're using like different mediums, different like watercolor or paint, different things, ink, whatever. And it gives you such a good understanding of how the medium works,
It really does. And
yeah.
As much as I love cloth, and I will always be a cloth artist because it's just my thing. But actually, you can use a lot of different mediums. Watercolor, the ink tints, pencils are fabulous on cloth. And a lot of it. There isn't really anything you can't use on cloth.
Right. Because it is like a canvas, I mean, yeah. So definitely. So we know you love your sketchbook. We love it too. And is there something else that you can't live without that's in your studio?
Oh, my sewing machines.
Yeah.
I always have 2 set up because I don't like changing bobbins.
I understand that. Yeah. That's great.
So yeah, I would say, but besides that, besides my sketchbook and my sewing machines and my books, I have several bookshelves full of books because they're such an inspiration to me.
Yes.
And yeah, and my music. Oh my goodness, I have to have music.
Yep, me too, definitely. And this world today is such a digital world, but we all love the feel of like a nice book, and just to be able to set it out in front of us, or for inspiration, or I love all that.
I don't dog ear them anymore since I found the little sticky things.
Yes.
We like sticky
things. I have a whole
bunch.
My books are full of those. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Also, Patti, we all we love to create, but there's always one part of our creation that we like the most. And what is yours?
I would say beading and bead embroidery, because there's something just so tactile and glittery and beautiful. And I love running my fingers through them. And in the kitchen, as you all know, we bought 2 houses instead of 1. At our age, you're supposed to downsize. Well, that just didn't happen. And in the kitchen here, in the studio, 5 drawers on one side are nothing but beads.
Wow.
So I do have a little section for cooking utensils and dishes. So when newcomers stay here, they can eat and cook. But the rest of it is all my beads, because I'm a beadaholic.
Yep. I think we all have our one little thing that we just can't stop collecting. Definitely. So I was wondering, when you, how do you know when a piece of yours is finished?
Well, it's not kind of that woo-woo stuff or anything, but don't you feel like they let you know?
Absolutely. Yeah,
I agree.
They just say, I'm done. You're finished. So
yes.
I truly believe that, and I know some people say that it's hard for them to know, but I just think if you really look at your piece and you're working with it, you're just letting it not speak to you, but kind of speak to you.
Right.
You get that feeling like, okay, this is definitely finished.
Yes. And I find that as I'm creating whatever piece I'm creating, it's almost like a hypnotic trance. And then all of a sudden I step back and I'm like, oh, it's done. It's finished. It's complete. And how did that happen? I know I was there, but how did that happen? Yeah.
And I think we would all agree, and I think everyone would agree with that, because you just sort of think, excuse me, my Pilates cushion I need to blow it up. It's a little while. I sit up because it makes you sit straight. It's that kind of curved cushion.
Right.
And it's got those little bumps, which is supposed to help massage your buttocks, I guess.
Yes. Yeah.
Of course, I got pellets in there. They kind of move around too, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, no, I agree. I think we all know that, okay, the piece is just, she says, I am done.
Yes. Absolutely. So all of these years that you've been creating, Patti, you ever reached a point where you had like a complete creative block? And if, how did you work your way through that? Not everybody gets it, but who knows? Sometimes we do, and we're trying to figure out how do we get from here to here or back to where we want to be.
Yes. And I truly think that if we're honest, we do occasionally get those, because we're unfortunately human beings. And when I've had that, I will realize I probably need just to take a break, not do anything that is in my norm, do something completely different than I've done before. Take a class. When we lived in San Diego, a friend of mine had a beautiful fused glass studio. So I would just go to Susan and say, okay, I don't know where I'm at right now. I need to either etch something or fuse something.
Yeah.
Just work in her studio for a while. And I just think that really does help you you just do. I think we get so focused on what we're doing that we get overload, maybe.
Right.
I agree. Yeah.
So just
it's
do
better to step away.
Different. Or pick up a really fun book.
And then I love the fact that you also chose something that was like, fabric is soft and malleable, and you can flow with it type of thing, and that you chose glass, which is reflective and hard. And I love that the opposites, and I find that when you do opposites, it increases your knowledge, even in the medium that you're working in. I love that fact.
Yeah. It does. definitely. Yeah. And I think too that, of course, where we live now, I was never a beach person. I hated sand. I didn't like it in my toes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here we have forests that are just amazing. And just getting out in nature too, just clearing your head and enjoying. We have a lot. Oh my goodness! Because I think of the humidity here, we have a lot of lichen and moss, and oh my gosh, the forests here are just they're magical.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have, unfortunately, we've had to have about 7 of our trees cut down. The water oaks don't do well. We had that huge freeze in February, and it really destroyed a lot of our water. But we still have a nice woods in our yard.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it.
So we have Lucretia that's here. She made a comment about, she says that she's learned a lot from you, Patti. She has all your books and many patterns.
Yay!
Thank you for being here, Lucretia.
So, Lucretia, where do you live?
It'll take her back. I think Lucretia is actually in Texas, if I remember correctly. Okay. We'll let her type in it. You know, if there's a little bit of a stall here, so we'll have to wait a little bit. But she'll answer. But I believe she's in Texas, so that's common ground.
Her name is very familiar to me.
Yes, yeah, she's great. She's a great student. Yeah. Oh, there she is. Yeah.
Oh, there she goes.
She's in Seabrook.
Oh, okay. I'm still learning Texas, Lucretia.
Yeah. That's so. And now we want to talk a little bit about art and inspiration. And most artists may have a favorite piece that they're working on, or that they, in the past. And we find that everybody is so unique and so individual at what they do. So is there something that you have designed that you just love?
I've got her right here.
Oh, good.
This is my little Radical Rachel. She's my logo doll. I made her, probably I think in 95, 96. So she's an old girl. But I adore her. She's just she's my favorite.
Can you hold her up again? We put you on a bigger screen, so can you hold her up? Yeah, there you go.
There you go. So people can really see her. Yeah.
She's very floppy, really easy to pose because she's my little floppy girl.
Yes.
She's lovely.
Her hair has gotten a little matted because it's mohair that's off the hide. So you know how we are. We
right.
Like, I like that. Well, that does nothing but
felt it. Yep, definitely. Yeah, she's fantastic. Yeah,
I love her.
She's wonderful, Patti. But all your pieces are great, and they bring so much character, and they're whimsical and they're colorful. They're all of that.
Yes,
I just love them. But I know with you constantly working and doing your different patterns and beading, what inspires you to create these pieces?
I think color, fabric, paint. Let me get this little. This is a kind of what I call a tome page, and lots of beading. But then, because I used to work for Aloha Airlines, and right there, where am I going here? When I was with Aloha, and this is bead embroidery, and of course the Hawaiian gal there dancing to the sunset, the beautiful sunsets in Hawaii. And I would say nature, really, because this was done with paint, and tie-back, and just that. And then, oh my gosh, I I'm a book fanatic. So, excuse me, but this is
Oh yeah.
The
Yeah.
fairy art. Yes.
it's full of the most beautiful images, and I'd like to make dolls of all of the characters in this book because they're just incredible.
Yeah.
And then the other person that I love her work, Lauren Mills. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I've seen those. Those are really cute. Yes.
And I'm trying to think of the name of the gal who did a lot of dolls for the my brain, the Cirque du Soleil, Kate Church.
Oh yeah.
She told me that Lauren Mills is one of her, illustrators, authors that she gets a lot of her inspiration from, and you can kind of see that with the skinny little legs,
Right.
because all of Kate's dolls are skinny,
Mm-hmm.
and then or skinny little legs anyway. I've got a couple of hers. Then the other person I met at one of our steampunk conferences in San Diego was, where is his name? Brian Kessner. This is How to Walk Your Octopus.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I haven't seen that. That's wonderful. Your octopus.
Just a second. I've got to find one of my favorite pictures in here. You've got to see these ladies.
Oh, that's so great. Yeah.
All right, hold on a second, Patty. Let me move you over into the bigger screen. We can see it better. Okay. Hold on just a minute. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
Right. Those are so neat. Almost Victorian.
Yeah.
Yeah. This stuff is very steampunk, which of course that's
what's the name of the book now? Can you show us the book again so we can now that I have you?
This is Walking Your Octopus.
Okay, Walking Your Octopus.
Great.
That's great.
He's got all kinds. You're dressing your octopus.
Yeah.
He's got several really fun, and they're hysterical. They're just so fun to read because he's very humorous, and as I said, he was at what was called the Gaslight Conference, and it was a steampunk conference not symposium, I guess you would call it, like Comic-Con, but it was all steampunk.
Yeah.
And he was the guest one year, so I got to meet him, and he's just
great.
Really very approachable as well.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
It is crazy as he is in his books.
We have a couple of guests that have come in. Let's see. We've got Woods. She says it's. She loved Rachel.
Yeah.
Yes, well, she was a fake. Oh my goodness.
Veronica's here.
Yeah. Isn't that great? Yeah. I love it.
Oh, that is so great.
Isn't it? Yeah. I think it's so much fun. And we just had someone else come in.
Yeah, Patty said, "Hey, Patty, we're glad you're
here."
Oh, hi, Patty.
So we are going to switch over now to the Art Connection Summit and your gorgeous piece that you will be teaching. We want to know what inspired you, or what was your idea around this piece?
She actually was an inspiration from We Folk, the very first We Folk conference.
Yeah.
And I had made one. I was making it there, and I got it finished, and there was a gal who fell in love with her, and I loved her necklace, so we traded.
Wow. Yeah.
Had to go home and make another one. But yeah, I know she just. I Barbara Chapman is a gal who lives in San Diego, and she's in one of those beautiful tassel books, and I had taken a tassel class with her, and I just thought, beads could be made into a beautiful tassel.
Yeah.
And so that's where this little girl originated. But way back, when was that? That would have been, good grief,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
93?
Yeah. Could be. Yeah.
Because the
Yeah.
first doll you, I think, was in 91. No, 90, and then I don't remember, but I remember
Yeah.
I couldn't go to the first one because actually it was 80. I think it was 81. I had just
Yeah.
started working for an airline in marketing and sales, and I couldn't take vacation yet,
Oh man.
so I
Yeah.
didn't get to go to that first one. So that
Mm.
was.
And in
Oh,
this piece that you've created, you have a lot of different beading techniques that you'll be teaching everyone too. So can you just give us like a quick idea of some of the techniques that the students will be learning?
first of all, I've got one of them right here.
Oh,
Yes.
look
Her
how
bodice is
she's
peyote.
blingy.
So anyway, her bodice is peyote, and peyote beadwork is so fun. And if you're a cross stitcher, you can follow a cross stitch pattern. Peyote is a really good technique to learn. I go
Yeah.
into great detail, and the video is I think it's 25 minutes long.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they'll need it because you can slow it down and really zoom in and get the detail. And I did it with my new iPhone 11. The cameras in those are so much better than the other one, and
Yeah.
so I could really get great detail.
Right.
That. And then there's picots and what we call kinky or branch fringe, straight fringe. And this little girl doesn't, but the one that I'm working on in the videos, I also do some spikes, which are really kind of funky fun. And then this is kind of
Yeah.
a right angle weave, which
That's
is
great.
and
Yeah.
it's fabulous because we have a necklace one too. Because you're going through the beads several times, it's a
Right.
really strong necklace, strap, whatever you call that.
Yeah.
This really will hold together. And then because they're pretty heavy, then we also go over to make a counterbalance.
Oh, that's great.
So
Right.
that hangs down the back of her neck so that the weight of her doesn't pull on your neck. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got from a gal who works beautiful leather pieces. Her name is Mary Israel. She's in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And she does a counterbalance on all of her pouches because she has tons of
Yeah.
her on her
Yeah.
pouch. So,
Yeah.
counterbalance, that definitely would help
Yeah.
the strain off of your neck.
And
So
I love that it's also a visual counterbalance too, because you have this
Yeah.
exquisite piece on the front. So it's kind of coming and going, you got it
Yeah.
coming and you got it going,
You better believe it.
yeah, I love that. I think it's great.
Those are really wonderful, Patti. And we're so excited about you teaching it, and the excitement it just keeps building for us, and we're feeling it. We're feeling it through the community. And Patti, what is exciting to you about teaching at the Art Connection Summit?
I think a lot of it is the people that you attract. You
Yeah.
meet really fun people. I know last year
Mhm.
I had a great group of ladies, and I think there was a guy in there too. But yeah, we need more men in this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're so
That's
talented.
true.
But I just think it's YouTube because of what you have done. You build up the excitement.
Yeah.
you do so much. I just can't thank you enough for all that you do, all the hundreds and gazillions hours that you put in.
Yeah.
Putting aside your own art for us. That's wonderful. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Patty. I wanted to bring something to your attention. Several years ago, and this is a little bit, I would like for you to tell the story. That's why I brought it. And I'm going to show you this, and let's see if you remember what these are. Do you remember these?
Oh, wait a minute. Let me get my glasses. Oh, my goodness. Yes. Yes.
You want to talk about these?
The cigarette silks, right?
I'll bring it back up. Yeah. Yes. Do you remember when we went
in Grand Cayman?
Yes. Yes, we were in Grand Cayman, and Patty suggested. You remember you said, if you're going to go get them now, because they're never going to be around anymore, and they're wonderful embroidery pieces that you could use on your art.
Yeah.
And I really, to be honest with you, I can't remember now who it was that introduced me. It was someone in San Diego, a class I was taking. Might have been Kristen Brown, I don't remember. But someone was working with these cigarette silks, and I just love them. And there's the only ones that I've been able to find are the floral, but they did have people ones as well.
Wow.
Yeah, they were in
they're amazing.
The 30s, the 20s and 30s, weren't they?
I believe so. Yeah, I did a little history on them. I try to find some, and they're hard to find. And the ones that you do find, they're really in bad shape. But I wanted to bring those up because I remember when you and I went to the Cayman that we went looking for them, you know?
That's great. I love that.
Yeah, and there was one shop, I remember, that someone told us they had them, and sure enough, they did. So I think I have about 7 now.
Yeah.
So I'd been in Grand Cayman before you were with us, and that was quite the cruise, because
I remember that one.
Between Haiti and Colombia, we were in massive waves. It was a storm, and people were sick. Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
And I remember.
Yes, I remember.
Cindy Malstead. She was trying to teach, and she found a bucket just in time, a waste paper.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh.
So we sent her to her room.
Yeah, it was.
Oh man.
That was.
So let's see who's here now. It's just, it's fun to go back and revisit those times that we've spent with other artists. It's really a lot of fun memories.
Yeah. When I first met Leslie, was on a plane on her way to Australia.
Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah. That was the year that Princess Diana was killed.
Oh, right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I remember
that's a long flight. I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Oh, you should try it in Houston. I did it 2 years ago, and I thought, no. It's 19 hours from Houston.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. It's a long flight.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah. But it's a wonderful country. I love teaching there. It was the people are really, really wonderful. There's so much fun and great sense of humor. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the friends you make there are friends for life.
Right.
Really,
yep.
It's
definitely
fabulous.
So, Patti, you have covered a lot. You've done a lot of things in your life, and you've had a lot of different experiences. Is there something that you want to tell people that is another interest that might, that we don't know about maybe?
Oh, well, when I lived in Japan, our next door neighbor was a kumihimo master.
Wow.
In Japan, when you are an artist, you are revered and you are taken care of. And I would go they were really great, a great couple. They didn't have children. They were older, but they would bring, there were four of us that lived in an American house when we were based, it was during Vietnam. We were based at Yokota Air Force Base, but we were civilians, so we lived off base, which I'm so thankful that we did, because some of those people never really experienced Japan.
Right.
But he would only bring us over one at a time so that we would have to speak Japanese, because he didn't speak English.
Yeah.
Anyway, he taught me kumihimo, which is a Japanese braiding, and I'm trying to see. I've got one. I can find one of the ones I did. Just a second. I'll be right back.
Adele, she's led such an interesting life with so many things to share and to bring into her own artwork. Yeah.
Amazing life as an artist.
This is a braid made with the in kumihimo style, made with the maradai, and my dad made one for me that's out of Purple Heart.
Oh,
Purple Heart, the more you work with it, the more purple it becomes.
Oh, so, yeah.
Sorry, that's so red. Here's another one, another braid.
Yeah.
It makes beautiful braids, and then you could also add. I haven't done it yet, but you can add beads to that.
Oh, right.
It's a little tricky because you're working with bobbins, and the maradai. It's huge, and I would bring one over, but they're circular. They're on a stand, and then the braid is created down the center, but you're using these bobbins. It's very zen because you're moving, and it's extremely relaxing.
Yeah, and it's almost like a dance, with your hands,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're aware of it, Leslie, because of your Japanese.
Yeah, definitely. I think everything is gorgeous from the Asian culture. So yeah, definitely.
I had a really hard time readjusting to the American way of life after living there, because even though I wasn't there quite a year, it's still it changes your life. It really does, because they think more of the other person than themselves. They put other people first, which is what we're all supposed to do, but we don't always do that.
Right.
It's an interesting culture, and the simplicity of how they live and the things that they really absolutely love. It's just their way of life is really amazing.
And I think if people have never really experienced Japan, the book that I wish I read before I lived there was Shogun, because that book really explains how the Japanese live, their culture, their beliefs, everything about that book was. And I've read it 3 times.
Yeah.
It's one of those there are certain books that you just want to read over and over because they're so life-changing.
Well, Patti, I know you've done so many things. Is there something in particular that you have in the back of your mind that you would like to try? You haven't tried it yet?
Well, I don't know. There's one thing, I'm a huge needle book.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah.
I have so many, but this one I got this idea from Gloria McKinnon, and then at the back I have what each page is, what type of needle it is.
Yeah.
And this was actually, there's my darners, and
that's lovely.
Yes.
The beading page. And so for the beading, and it's so much easier because now I know, okay, those are my beading needles, because sometimes when you put a lump thing, which needle is that? Which one's my book? Which one is my sharp? Whatever. And this was actually an exchange that we were supposed to do with a group I was in. One page from one gal.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
No, actually, I got two. Here's another one.
Okay. Oh, that's really nice.
Because I wanted all these different needles.
Right.
I had to come up with my own.
That's great. That's a great little book to have. I'm
Yes.
always chasing down my needles and trying to figure out what's what.
Right. Yeah.
And as I said, I learned that I was taking a class with Gloria, and it was a needle book, and I haven't finished it yet. She, as you all know, she does a lot of beautiful ribbon embroidery, and I'm more of a quick and fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Type of gal. Yeah, and I was trying to think if there was another embroidery. Oh, the other thing I love is
yeah.
machine embroidery.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
great.
Creating faces and people by just fast stitching on your machine.
Yes.
Together really, really quickly. So
Yes.
that's me.
Now, Patti, you use, I believe you use the Bernina, don't you? For that?
I do.
Yeah.
I have, right now I'm down to 4 Berninas. I used to have 11.
Wow.
But no, I used to do master classes, and people would fly in and they couldn't bring a machine.
Right.
So I just collected Berninas, and then for 4 years I was a Bernina artisan, and I was given a machine that I eventually bought at the end of the 4 years at a greatly reduced price. So that's why I was able to get machines and I got machines from Bernina at wholesale prices too.
Yeah, that's great.
So many.
Lovely work. I love your, that was all free motion, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Just lots and lots of stitches on, but
Yeah.
people that do it, there's people in, have you seen the ones in China that they make these exquisite paintings? They look like paintings.
Yeah.
But done with embroidery.
Yeah. They're gorgeous. Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing.
A lot of patience.
Yep.
Well,
but beautiful.
It's been great, Patti, to hear everything, all your wonderful knowledge you have imparted on everybody. I'm sure everybody's enjoyed listening to you, and oh, your drawings were amazing. I can't believe you still have them.
I know. I think that's
tends to get away from us, but good for you. You were able to keep all of that.
I know.
I'm so glad. It was my mom and dad. They kept my old sketchbooks. Thank goodness. So they emptied out their storage area.
Well, and Patti, I love this interview with you because I feel like people can see like the wholeness of you and experience everything that you've been through. And now, even for me, I mean, I've known you for a long time, and now I can even see it more in your work. Mm-hmm. You know, I can see those other aspects of your life in even the beaded tassel that you'll be teaching. I mean, I can see like I love these interviews for that reason, Yeah.
And as I said before too, and I love the theme this year because we could use a lot of color.
Yes, definitely.
Well, it's been a lot of fun with the graphics, and just the classes are very colorful this year.
Yes.
I'm eager to see them.
Yeah, and I think it's just
it won't be long.
Yep, we're working very hard, and it's coming. It's coming. Just be patient with us a little bit longer. It's coming together. Yeah, definitely.
And it's not until October, so it's something that everyone is really looking forward to.
Yeah,
chomping at the bit, so to speak.
Yes, definitely.
They're going to put it up, but but you've been great on Facebook as far as giving little teasers. So that's keeping everyone into it.
Yes. Definitely. Well, Patti, we so love you, and we love spending time with you. And thank you for taking time out of your day too to spend this time with us and to give people, I just feel like they get to know you a little bit better. Yeah, I think that's really wonderful. So thank you.
Thank
Thank you, Patti. It's been
Thank you so much.
great. Big hugs to you, and thank you for being part of our group of teachers.
Well, thank you for asking me.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Thank you for. Okay.
So we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Patti.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow, that was great. I just love,
Yes.
I'm so fascinated by the drawings and how she developed all of that, and then she moved into her own art. It's really amazing, and I love her reading. Well,
I know, isn't it? Yeah, I do too. I love everything, and I just just really dawned on, like I said earlier, just really dawned on me, having this interview with her and understanding her life and all of her experiences, and how you can see that they are so reflected in her work.
Yes, it was amazing to see that. And I loved her little book with her free motion embroidery. I'm always fascinated by that. I like to ask, what machine are you using? It's like, if I use this machine, I'm going to be able to do what she's doing.
Right.
It doesn't work that way.
And I love her sketchbook too,
Yeah, that's cool, isn't it? Yeah, I don't sketch anything. Do you sketch?
My sketches are like, no, I don't. Mine are very like pencil drawings, quick sketch, just to give me the idea of, so I don't lose the concept type of thing. Yeah.
Well, that was pretty inspiring. Maybe we should sketch a face a day if I have time. I have time right now.
Well, we don't have time right now. Maybe I don't know, Adele. I don't know if we have time.
No.
We're doing some great things though. And
for anything right now. Yeah. Well, you know how it is. We are definitely under construction. That's us. That's our hard hats sitting there in a lump.
Yep. But it's coming together.
Yep. It won't be long. And we have a lot of fun things planned. Well, first of all, before we get to that, I wanted to mention that in the summer issue, all of our teachers are in there, and there's articles of the teachers, and it expands more into what their art is about, and they also show more of their art. So if you get a chance, this is a great issue to pick up. And it's all digital. It's not printed, but it has a lot of pages. I think it's like 90 pages, this issue.
I love that too, because they can download that and refer back to it over and over. And I love that it just covers our teachers more. So, as these interviews do also, that you really get a feel for the teacher as a whole, which I think is fun. And to see their other art is so exquisite too. So yeah.
It is really a lot of fun to see. Because when we were putting the magazine together, I was reading it and I went, oh, I didn't know that about them.
Yeah.
I didn't know that about her.
I know. Yeah.
Just as a reminder, our Art Connection Summit is in October, but we are trying really hard to open our registration. We know that some of you have to collect your supplies, so we want to give everybody enough time to get things in order before the classes start. So we are definitely working behind the scenes, and we have a lot of fun things coming your way.
We do have fun things coming your way, and we are planning more. Once Adele and I get together in person, then it becomes even more creative.
Well, one of the pieces that we will be offering to everyone, students as well as our Art Box presentation enrollment, is our paper doll. And it was created by Susie. And she is also one of our teachers. And so I couldn't stand it. I had to make it.
Yes, and I just love it. I think it's so fabulous. It's great.
So, yeah, I'm having to be very ginger with her. I just kind of pinned her together.
Yeah, definitely. But she gives great instructions. Full instructions are on it so that you guys can make it, very sturdy and really workable. Yeah, and very danceable too. So it's
Leslie, do you want to tell them about our other piece that we're going to be offering them?
Yes, in fact, I can actually just bring it on because I was fortunate enough to receive one. So if you sign up, if the first 200 people that sign up, you are going to get this. And let me open it up so that you can actually see what it is. So it is an entire your own art box of colors. Let me bring them out so you guys can see them. So you will get full colors of the rainbow in here. And then it also talks about like there's symbolism, there's spirituality. You have this beautiful graphic for each one. So it's just, it's something that we are so thankful for all of you who attend. And we want to be able to give something, physically back to you guys because this is all virtual. So we want something. So like I said, the first 200 people that sign up, when you sign up, you'll see a place where you can add your physical mailing address. And when you do that, then we will send one of these out to you. So you'll have something live and in person from us. So something that you can remember us by. And we're just really excited about this whole thing. And we're so, like I said, we're so thankful for all of you that join us every year. So it's going to be really cool. Yeah.
Yes, it's very exciting. And it's like Leslie says, it's something that you'll be able, it's a useful tool that you'll be able to refer back to during the year. So it's just something nice to have in your studio. It is exciting. Veronica is saying it's exciting, and we are excited. We cannot wait to open our registration.
Yes, so
we have a lot of things going on.
Yes, we're planning more. Oh, we're planning more. So there's going to be a lot of surprises along the way too. So you guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. This will be recorded. So if you want to come back and look at it again, it will be on, like Adele said, it's on different platforms. So, and we'll both put it in our personal page too, as long as in the Art Connection Summit community page too. And if you haven't joined that page yet, please do so. So it's ACS Art Community Summit community page in Facebook. We got a lot going on, and there will be, as we get closer and closer, there's going to be a lot more going on. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Yeah.
Thank you for being here. And like Leslie said, those that joined us, it's great seeing you, and we appreciate your encouragement, your support. It means the world to us, and we will keep going and bring you more fun things. You'll be able to see them as we go through.
Yes, definitely. So thanks, you guys. Thanks again. And we'll see you at the next interview.
Okay, bye-bye.